Hello everyone and welcome to a chat with the jury. This is the last episode of a series during which we had the chance to meet all the jury members of Tractor of the Year. And today we're going to meet the last group of 5 of the 26 professional journalists that are part of the jury. So for today, let me welcome to Martina Karaskova, Renata, Prusina, Svetla Gurbeshkova, Jean-Paul Hebrard and Jens Noordhof. Hello guys, good to see you. Today we're going to give some insights from your point of view. And to do that, we have 3 very easy questions for you. Ladies first, and let's start with Martina. Martina, tell us where are you from and something about your magazine.
So, hello everybody. My name is Martina Karaskova and I am from Czech Republic. I am writing for magazine Mechanizace zemědělství, and our magazine is focused on farm machinery. We have 4,500 abonnents and we go monthly.
Thank you, Martina. Same question goes to Renata. Tell us where are you from and something about your media.
I'm Tati jury member from Croatia. And I'm working as editor in Agro Klub. No need to translate that, I hope. That is an internet portal for agriculture. It was founded in 2008, as has 3 editions for 3 different markets. We have average 50,000 visits per day, which is 20 million per year or 30 million page viewers. We have also 200,000 farmers following us on social media. To date, we have published around 65,000 articles. We cover every single topic about agriculture daily basis. We have news reports, tips and comments, and from agriculture production to legislative and agriculture policy.
Thank you, Renata. Same question goes to Svetla. Tell us where are you from and something about your media.
I'm so happy to see you here. I'm Svetla Gurbeshkova. I'm CEO of Agro TV Bulgaria, which is a part of the biggest agricultural media group in Bulgaria, including 2 websites and AgroCompass magazine. I'm also editor and TV speaker. I'm very happy to be a part of the agricultural sector and a part of a TOTI team. Modern tractors and technologies are the very important topics in our media.
Thank you, Svetla. Now let's move to the gentleman that we have in connection today. Let's start with Jean-Paul. Jean-Paul, tell us where are you from and something about your media.
My name is Jean-Paul Hebrard. I am French and I have the pleasure to lead a press group in France called TV Agree. We have a media dedicated to innovation called Agriculture and New Technology, but also a media that publish very short strategic news about machinery every day to inform dealers and manufacturers of machinery news. The name machinismeactualité.com. But my main occupation is a TV show with a weekly issue about farming, and the name is Power Boost.
Thank you, Jean-Paul. And now let's talk to Jens. Jens, tell us where are you from and something about your media.
Hello also from me to everybody. My name is Jens Noordhof and I'm editor-in-chief of the magazine Lohnunternehmen. In English it's Contractors magazine at Beckmann Verlag, which is based near Hanover in the northern part of Germany. This is our magazine and it's aimed at professional and full-time contractors in mostly Germany. But we have also readers in Switzerland and in Austria. It appears monthly and has a print version of around 5,000 copies. And in addition to that, we send newsletters every 2 weeks and of course have an increasingly activities in our social media channels.
All right, thank you, Jens. Thank you, guys. And now let's fly back to Czech Republic and let's talk to Martina. Martina, give us some insights about the farm sector in your country, such as how many farms do you have there, how big is the average farm, and what are the main crops in your country?
We have around 4 million hectares of agriculture soil, including 3 million hectares arable soil. And we have around 30,000 farms. I think in Czech Republic we have 2 specific. First of this specific is that lots of farm in Czech Republic farming on rented land. And second specific is that we have a big farm. Average size of farm in Czech Republic is 130 hectares. And farms bigger than 50 hectares farming on a 90% of arable soil. The positive trend of Czech farming is a growing number of farming, let's say, ecologist way. The main crops in Czech Republic, we have grain, grape, and corn, and we have also sugar beets and potatoes. And about farm machinery, 2,500 tractors were sold last year of tractor.
All right, thank you, Martina. Same question goes to Croatia. Renata, tell us something about the farm sector in your country.
Croatia has two types of agriculture, Mediterranean and continental. 55% of agricultural land are under the arable crops and gardens. We have registered around 170,000 family farms, which average size is 6.7 hectares. Our strongest sector is in grain production, corn, wheat, barley. We also have strong sunflower, soybean, oil rape, and potato production. Furthermore, sweet cherries, and mandarin are the largest in fruit production. Regarding livestock breeding, we have around 500,000 cattle, 1 million pigs, 800,000 sheep, and over 13 million poultry.
All right, thank you, Renata. And same question goes to Svetla. Tell us something about your country.
In Bulgaria, we have 132,400 farms, mostly small and medium size. We also have very big farms with arable land from 5 to 1,000 hectares to more than 10 or 2,000 hectares. They produce mainly grains, wheat, sunflower, corn, winter, oilseed, rape. These big farms are investing in state-of-the-art machinery and equipment, digital tools, and smart solutions. Generally, we have 3.9 million hectare agricultural land. In Bulgaria, we have 71,500 livestock breeding farms. 292,000 people are involved in agricultural sector. Bulgaria is a small country, but is very important player on Black Sea grain market. Bulgaria is on 7th place in export of grains in EU.
Thank you, Svetla. And now let's fly back to France and let's talk to Jean-Paul. Jean-Paul, give us some insights about the farm sector in your country.
France has 30 million hectares of aerial soil and around 400,000 farms. The main crop are cereals, sugar beet, vineyard, milk, fruit and vegetable, and livestock. A farm has an average area in France of 60 hectares. In France, there are 35 contractors and 12,000 CUMA, that is a cooperative for purchasing equipment in common. And the tractor market in France is around 20,000 units sold each year.
Thank you, Jean-Paul. And now let's go to Germany. Jens, some insights about the German sector.
You can find nearly every crop in Germany, but the most important are grain, of course, corn, sugar beets, rape, and potatoes. Average size is nearly the same as in France, with around about 60 hectares, but a big variety of farm sizes. It depends a little bit on the region and on the level of cooperating between farmers. And of course, livestock farming is still very important here in Germany. There are more or less 260,000 farms in this country, but nearly half of them are full-time farmers. And the number has been falling rapidly and falls faster from year to year. One of the reasons is the extremely rising costs of production. On the one hand, due to agricultural engineering, of course, but above all, due to an immense flood of legal requirements that we can see in the last years. In arable farming, this applies mostly to nature conservation, for example, by restricting chemical plant protection. And in livestock farming, the social discussion about animal welfare and this, what we call factory farming, a lot of people think it's an industrial farming meanwhile, is not wanted by society. But also the quantities of nutrients, for example, in soils and bodies of water is causing massive of these restrictions and costs. And this is depriving many farmers of their prospects. And animal husbandry in Germany is under a massive pressure. Our readers, the contractors, can offer many solutions for this. And I guess in total we have around about 3,500 professional contractors in Germany. But they too are struggling more and more with cost pressure. And most of the contractors still exclusively or mostly provide agricultural services, but there's a clear trend towards non-agricultural activities too.
All right, thank you, Jens. Thank you guys for this general overview from very different countries and very different perspectives. So here we go. This is the last question for you. As part of the jury, guys, you have the chance to see the evolution of tractors. So the question is, what do you think tractors will be like in 10 years? And let's start with Martina. Martina, what's your opinion on that?
Tractors is in 10 years perspective. What I see in Czech Republic is that farmers getting older and older, and young people don't want to go work in agriculture sector. So because of that, I think the automatization is necessary. I think in 10 years, we may see robots taking a great part of agriculture machines. My opinion is that we will see a lot of small robotic units working on a field. The second main trend, what I see is an enforcement of alternative fuels. So maybe in 10 years, we will have lots of machines with electric drive or some another alternative cars.
All right, thanks, Martina. Same question goes to Renata. Renata, how do you think tractors will be like in 10 years?
My colleagues have already said here and in previous chats, the trends of automatization, autonomization, computerization, robotization will go on, as well as electrification and finding the sustainable solutions, alternative fuels, of course. I believe in spite of ecological effort, diesel tractors will still rule on the field. But although the technology and innovations are rapidly advancing, and the question is when it will be used in larger numbers on the fields, as Martina says, regarding older generation and everything. But I want to point out that in many countries, accepting new technology on the farms will depend on reasonable costs, more subsidies, more financial support.
Thank you, Renata. Yeah, that's a good point. When all this technology will be available on a large scale? Same question goes to Svetla. You're part of the jury from a long time, so in your opinion, how tractors will be like in 10 years?
My opinion is that farmers need more and more bigger, smarter, connected and high efficiency machines. I expect in 10 years tractors to be more autonomous, smarter and more environmentally friendly.
Thank you, Svetla. And now same question goes to France. Jean-Paul, how do you think tractors will be like in 10 years?
Yes, Fabio. I think in 10 years, things will not be fundamentally different from today. We will always have tractors in the fields. The dominant energy will always be diesel, but we will clearly see the increasingly important role of electronics to provide, for example, pesticide with precision. The increase of the surface area of farms will result in the development of automation on tractors. Perhaps we will see the arrival of autonomous tractors in field.
All right, thank you, Jean-Paul. Jens, from your experience, how do you think tractors will be like in 10 years?
I think there are some trends that are also mentioned here. One of them is certainly increasing electronics and digitalization. That leads to stronger networking, as we say, electronic control, up to automation, but not only, and more detailed data acquisition. I think that should be a very important point in 10 years. And this relieves the driver, increases the precision in working on the field and the efficiency. For example, this site-specific cultivation, as we say here in Germany, and that it can be seen today in the first steps, but I think this will increase. However, in 10 years' time, I personally can hardly imagine fully autonomous systems, at least in Germany. Last but not least, I think one of the challenges for the next 10 years will be what fuels tractors will use. I don't see the fully electric version, and most diesel electric systems maybe, but however, alternative fuels to diesel, from methane to synthetic fuels, are becoming important. But I see it as Jean-Paul, diesel will be number one also in 10 years.
All right, thank you, Jens. Thank you, guys. I mean, we can say that the future would be full of new solutions and new technologies. So our role would be to be here to witness the evolution of our industry. So thank you, guys. It was a real pleasure talking to you today, especially in these tough times that we cannot meet personally. And it was very nice to have all these different perspectives from very different countries, from the east to the west of Europe. So here we are. This is the end of the series called The Chat with the Jury. During this series, we had the chance to meet all the jury members of Tractor of the Year, 26 professional and skilled journalists from all over Europe. And let me say that they are the real heart of Tractor of the Year awards. So this is it from my side. Thanks again to our jury members in connection from remote. Thanks to our audience, and stay tuned to find out all the news about TOTI 2022. Thank you.